Hello, Mr. Man on the Street.
Well, hello, Johnny. How's the world treating you today?
The world treats me fantastic every day. And how does the world treat you? Well, Mr. Man on the Street, let me bring you back in time to when you were a child growing up. What type of children's games did you like to play?
Marbles were extremely important, okay? You had little bitty marbles with a beautiful coloring, okay? And then you have shooters.
Mm-hmm.
So the shooters were larger, okay, and very valuable, okay?
So those were the ones you probably wanted to get off of the other kids.
Oh, yeah, you might be challenged with that shooter, but anyway, generally the marbles were played with the smaller marbles, okay?
Okay.
Very colorful. We would...
You want to tell me about how you played marbles?
Well, we'd gather at the school before classes started, okay? And all these buildings had cement blocks, okay? So you dig a little hole about 3 inches in diameter and about 3 inches deep, okay? Mm-hmm. Then you had a line marked here, and then you challenged somebody, okay? So you took a marble and you tossed it, and hoping it would go in that hole, okay? So if your challenger shot his marble and it did not go in the hole, then you got his marble and everything else in that hole. Now, several marbles could have accumulated if you put it in the hole. Both of you did, and then it stayed there, okay? Then you kept playing for it, and the first person who missed it, okay, gets everything in that hole, okay?
So if you missed going in the hole and your partner who you challenged got it in the hole, he got all the marbles, is that right?
Yeah, if both of you missed it, then you could pick up your marbles and come back to the line again. But if one of you got it in the hole and the next person, your opponent, did not get in the hole, then so you shoot, and then so several marbles could start accumulating in that hole, okay? The first person who missed it is out all those marbles, because and he picked up these and put it in his pocket, or we used a tobacco sack to hold our marbles, okay? So anyway.
So let me ask you a question, Mr. Man on the Street.
Yes.
You're playing against your opponent.
Yeah.
And he wins all your marbles.
Yeah.
Is that where the saying comes from? He lost his marbles? And did you?
That's a good point, and I think that's valid there, a very valid description of it. Yeah.
So let me ask you.
Lost your marbles.
Yeah. Did you ever lose your marbles?
Well, sometimes I lost, but not very often. I was pretty good at marbles. Okay.
So you were a good shooter then at marbles.
I could accumulate, but it was. So was your opponent too. He was pretty good. So.
Now, did you always play? Was it one-on-one individual, or did you have like a partner and a teammate?
Always one-on-one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you shot from that line, okay, and try to get it in that hole. If it went in that hole, it stayed in the hole until somebody missed.
Okay.
The person who missed it, okay, lost all those marbles.
They lost their marbles.
Lost your marbles, yeah.
So that's what you would do before going into school.
Yeah, and then your hands would get dirty because you're digging in the dirt and so on.
Yeah, you're playing in the dirt.
So and then when the bell rang, okay, the teacher or somebody, assistant maybe, would stand there, and you have to pass that person and show her your hands.
Right.
And if they weren't clean enough, you had to go back to this wash basin and clean them up, okay? And then
was the wash basin outside? Was it like a trough or what?
Outside, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a tub of water. Okay?
Oh, just a tub of water for the kids to clean up.
And there was a cloth towel there, okay?
Oh, and everybody had to use that tub of water.
Yeah,
in the
we
same
didn't
tub.
have paper towels. We had cloth towels.
And that was for all the students to
and
use.
they were really they would really get soiled. Okay, so anyway.
How many kids were in your class? Do you remember, like the size of the school? Because it was a small farming.
Back in those elementary times,
yeah, it was probably a small school.
We would probably have 10 to 12.
10 to 12, so everybody's
very
using
small.
that same towel.
Yeah.
So you probably had to wash your hands quite a bit if you were the master marble shooter.
Well, I knew if I didn't wash them real good, they were going to turn me around. So I washed them pretty good, and I got them pretty clean. So generally, I passed the mustard. Okay. So,
all right.
Yeah. So anyway, and then you went into class. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next day you'd get to school early so you could play those marbles. That was extremely important.
So you play marbles every day.
Very, very challenging. So you'd have to go home. If you lost your marbles, you'd have to go into your reserve and pick out some more marbles.
You'd have to go into that tobacco sack to get some more marbles.
Back into a box, okay?
Oh, a box that you had at home.
The bag was just, it would hold maybe 24 marbles. Okay.
Oh, so those are the marbles that you would just carry with you to school.
Yeah, you put them in your pocket, okay? In big bulging pockets, okay?
And then the rest of the marbles you kept at home.
Yeah, you leave them in a hole. So if you accumulated a lot of marbles, you put them in that reserve at home, okay? So
now, that was a kind of before school. Now, was there any other games you played at lunchtime
there was
after school?
NAI over, okay, and that's where you kick the can. Another saying, okay, is like you lost their marbles, okay, kick the can, and so they use that today as kick the can, okay.
Yeah, somebody
so
died.
That means there was a challenge by older people, okay? So you use that, say, if you wanted to be successful, you could kick that can, okay? So, or you wanted to challenge somebody, okay? You kick that can, and whoever got the can across the line was the winner.
So,
you didn't win anything, you just won the thing.
Right. Now, when you were playing Kick the Can, once again, was that just one-on-one individual, or did you have teammates?
whole group. You had a team
students.
here, a team here, and a team here.
Okay, so all your classmates were playing like at lunchtime or something.
Yeah, so then you had that whole team's here, and the whole team here, and then the can was in the middle here. And then somebody said, go, and so you go and see if you can kick that can over their line, or you can kick that line over this line. Okay, whoever got it over that particular line was the winner. And then you'd start all over again.
That's right. Go for the
there's
next
the
one.
old tomato can. Oh, yeah.
Well, how big do you think that? How big was the tomato can? If just kind of putting your hands out there, how big was that tomato can?
Oh, it was like about a glass like that. Okay.
Okay, about the size of a glass then.
Yeah. So about 20 ounce or 15, 20 ounce can of tomatoes. Okay.
So hopefully,
it was about 2.5 inches in diameter by about 5 inches deep. Okay, that can.
Right. So it was a perfect size.
It was a metal one. Okay?
Yeah. So it was a perfect size to make it into a game.
Yeah. So Mama knew that you never ever threw that can out, because it was going to be in the sports arena pretty soon. Yeah. So
well, apparently
she always saved her tomato can.
That's right. Apparently, a can might have been better than a ball.
Yeah. So,
more valuable.
Yeah, you betcha.
So marbles and kick the can.
Marbles, and then if you really wanted to challenge somebody, and this would be like the World Series of marbles.
Mm-hmm.
You'd take your shooter.
Yeah.
And I would challenge one person who, okay, I have a shooter, I challenge somebody. Somebody will walk up, so one-on-one,
mm-hmm.
and then you start shooting that thing toward that hole, okay?
Right, and that was the larger size marble.
If both of you got it in the hole, then you picked it out and started over again, okay?
Oh, until...
And then you would step back to the next line, okay?
Oh, so it got more challenging. You kept backing up farther and farther until you had a winner.
So if somebody's got theirs in the hole and the next person missed, you get their shooter.
You got the shooter marble.
I'm out there crying. She didn't have very many shooters, but they were valuable. Okay?
Yeah, those were the best ones, and those were all made out of glass.
They were maybe 1 inch in diameter.
Yeah, so they were much larger than the other colorful marbles.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
You didn't want to take your most famous, perfect, precious shooter
mm-hmm.
and play it at all. You never wanted to
lose
You'd
those.
take an older shooter.
One that maybe had little scratches and little dings and a little crack to it.
It wasn't as pretty. Okay?
It was roughed up.
Those marbles were beautiful. Okay.
That's right. That's right. Well, there we go. Now we know how you lost your marbles.
Yeah. You know. And kick the can.
And we kicked the can and lost our marbles. Yeah. All right, Mr. Man.
And I over was the other one. So you see, have your group over on this side of the house,
mm-hmm.
and another their enemy over on the other side of the house. Okay.
Yeah.
And then whoever, I forget how you got started, but you say, Rover, send your ball over.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd throw it over to the side, and then they would catch it, and then they would try to run it and get across this line. Okay.
Oh, so they had to throw the ball over the house.
Yeah.
The opponents would catch it on the other side, and then they had to run
over. Yeah.
And then they had to run around the house.
Yeah. And so you threw it over there, and then they would catch it and try to run. So it was like a tag football thing.
Okay,
yeah.
so once they caught the ball on the other side and they start running, does your team chase after them?
Yeah, you touch them and then
so you just have to tag them. You're not tackling them. You're just going to tag them.
No,
just going to touch them.
Touch them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to touch them before they get to a certain line.
Yeah, while they still had the ball.
While they still had it, okay.
Yeah, and then they were down, okay.
And what was the name, what did you call the name of that one?
Anti-over.
Anti-over?
Yeah.
Okay, so those, a bunch of fun little games that you had. You had the one before school with marbles, and then you had kick the can, and then anti-over. So all kinds of things to keep you active.
Kick the can was, and anti-over was after school. Okay.
Right, and marbles was before school.
Or on Saturday. Okay, yeah.
So when kind of everybody was out of school and had free time to play.
You didn't dare play these games on Sunday because it was sacrilegious. Okay.
Yeah, that's the day to go to church on Sunday. So yeah, you had to do it on your free time.
Yeah, you didn't. I guess enjoyment was sinful. Okay.
We can't have any fun. No, we got to be serious, and we've got to work all day. We certainly can't laugh and joke and have fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's a good thing we're able to laugh and joke now and have a little bit of fun.
Oh yeah, you didn't have television, you know. So
yeah.
Anyway,
well, Mr. Man on the Street, I'm glad we're able to have fun with these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Johnny. Okay, it will relay some historical information to the people, the kids nowadays, on what we used to play back then when
That's
we
right.
didn't have television.
That's
okay?
right. This way we'll remember how. Now we know how to play the marbles and we get
soccer
the shooters.
or any of that stuff.
That's right. We'll keep them off the phones. We'll get them playing some kick the can. We'll get them playing some marbles and play some NIO over.
You betcha.
All right, Mr. Man on the Street, you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful night.
I'm glad to I'm glad to establish our historical game areas when we were kids. Okay?
All right, super fantastic. Have a great night.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.